Hey guys, it's Scott Emerson here at the Iron Pit here with RJ Bentley, another Spotlight series. This week what we're going to concentrate on, RJ, one of the biggest questions we get is how do you increase speed, or do you guys work on speed development? And we're going to rant on about this a little bit because there's a lot of different things that come into speed development. First and foremost, it's not running 40-yard dashes all day long. The majority of athletes we see, a lot of them are younger, and you know, strength is a huge component of developing speed. When you question some of the most renowned speed coaches in the world, one is Charlie Francis, the late great Charlie Francis, who was the speed coach for Ben Johnson, and a lot of people look to Charlie. Strength is paramount, but getting stronger in the right places. And we've talked about this before. What we mean by getting stronger in the right places is working more of the posterior chain, the glutes, the hamstrings, the adductors, etc., etc. And we do a lot of that here at the Iron Pit. And there's one exercise in particular that I would like RJ to demonstrate today, and that's the glute ham raise. The glute ham raise is going to hit exactly what we're talking about, that posterior chain. So RJ, if you would get in there, a lot of gyms, especially commercial gyms, you will not find glute ham raises. But they're probably one of the most important devices we can use in here. So here we go, RJ. Get on in. You can see RJ is, when he comes down, he's going to straighten those legs out, and he's going to put the knees into the pad and drive all the way up. There you go. He's developing that whole posterior chain, his glutes, his hamstrings, even a little bit of the adductors there, or the gastrocnemius, as you can see. Good job, RJ. That's good. That's perfect. Again, what's that going to do? That's going to help you run faster, jump higher. That's great. That's perfect, RJ. Some of the other things that we do in here to develop speed, the box squats, as demonstrated in week 1 of the Spotlight series. We do a lot of box squats. We do a lot of regular squats. We do a lot of Romanian deadlifts or stiff-legged deadlifts. We do a lot of plyometrics. Now, we don't do a huge volume of them because you don't want to overtrain and zap your CNS, but we do a number of box jumps, 1-foot bounding. We also have a sprinting tread sled. You can go to our videos and you'll see the tread sled. That's great for speed development because, guys, what is speed development? It's stride length by stride frequency. And how do you improve that? By improving ground force. So the treadmill, the treadmill has a belt on it that you can put resistance on the belt, and you have to move that belt. So talk about improvement of ground force. There you go. It's going to help your sprinting. The other thing we want to concentrate on is flexibility, because to improve your stride length, you can't have tight hip flexors. So another thing we do in here is a lot of stretching. We have a prowler sled. That's great for speed development. We have other dragging sleds that we use. We do what are called Frankenstein walks to hit that posterior chain. So again, I just get so upset. There's a lot of these so-called speed coaches around here that do ladder drills all day. They do 40s all day long, and that's not going to get you. When you get stronger in the posterior chain, then you're going to get faster. If you can't squat 1.5 times your body weight, don't mess around with all the other BS. You know, once you get strong enough, then we'll work on the mechanics, which is very important. All right, so RJ, is there anything you wanted to add to this?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, you know, strength in the right places is the most effective way to get faster. Especially like Scott said, the posterior chain, the hamstrings and the glutes and everything, and also box squats, which we do a lot, is basically mimicking running, because when you hit that box, it's breaking up the eccentric and the concentric chain of the movement, which is basically what running is. And it's to get off of the box, you're not pressing up, but you're actually hamstring curling off of the box, which is also mimicking running too.
Yeah, so, and that's a great point. And it just, I think people have to get it and have to do their research. They feel, we've had examples. Let me give you one example. Devin Moore, who is an NFL candidate, All-American tailback from Appalachian State. We've been training Devin for a while. Now he has an agent, and this summer his agent sent him to one of those glamorous speed places to prepare him for the combine. So he went there. They didn't do a lot of weightlifting. They did a lot of parachute running. They did a lot of starts, which, quite frankly, starts are important. But it didn't really touch any weights. Did a lot of ladder drills and stuff like that. He went to the combine, performed pretty well. But then he came here and trained for 6 weeks and went to another combine. We got him stronger in the right places. We didn't even run that much at all, really. Got him stronger in the right places. and boy, his 40 time went down by 1/10 of a second. His standing broad went 5 inches further. Vertical jump was 3 inches better. And that's an elite athlete in 6-week period. So bottom line, you need to get stronger first before we work on all that other stuff. So hopefully we didn't rant on too much and you got a little bit out of this. I would go to some of our videos that we have and you'll see some of the exercises that we're talking about. We can't go through everything right now. But please get with us with any questions and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.